Everyone, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. It's been a couple of weeks. We got some stack to go through here. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. First up we have issue 10 of Power Girl. They're doing the House of Brainiac tie-in still. Let me get you your stats of who's who and who drew what. I really wish they would pick a spot. So, when last we saw Power Girl, she was teaming up with Lobo's daughter. Is it at the end? Yep, apparently at the end now. This is writer Leah Williams, penciler Eduardo Pansica, inker Julio Ferreira. So, yep, they have to help the biker gang and Lobo's daughter. They gotta fight monsters. There's the one Kryptonian lion turned into a monster, and he can't get out of that form. Whoever possessed the corpse of the Kryptonian lion can't get out of the form. And I have issues with the artwork. It doesn't seem Power Girly enough. Power Girl's always had a little bit of a round face, and they kind of give her an angular face in this. That just, here we go. If you can see that shot right there. Yeah. Not excited about that. Hopefully it's just a one thing. Alright, number 10, Daredevil. Do you believe they're nice to me and put my... Saladin Ahmed is our writer, Juan Cabal is our artist, and Jason at the home found out that Matt Murdock is Daredevil, and apparently he believes that Matt Murdock, well, not Matt Murdock, but Daredevil killed his father. So he and Elektra have to go on a attack against the Kingpin. Find out exactly what's going on. We all know what's going on. It's the things that followed Matt out of hell, basically. So, yeah. Still good. Still a good book. I like what they've been doing with Daredevil. Daredevil's just weird. We sort of accept it now. Here we are. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Number 3 of 4. And our writers are Dan Waters and Ram V. Artist is Matthew Roberts. And our young lady is still obsessed with the monster. There's really some beautiful artwork in here. I'm going to put that up there so you can take a peek at it. It's just gorgeous. I know they're aping from the movie, which that's fine. We don't care. So, but there are people who are after the monster. There's the serial killer who believes that he is the monster. It's a very action-packed book. So hopefully they like it enough that they bring us some more of these. Alright, then we are off to Project Cryptid. This is number 10. Originally it was going to be 6 issues. They upped it to 12. We have the Gloucester Sea Serpent. Story and art by Carol Leigh. And then I guess Family Tree. Autogon Ilhan is doing all of it. I'm seeing that's a thing where they're just letting them do everything. So the first one is about a sea serpent in Gloucester, assuming that I am saying that correctly. In the 1820s, and there's a little girl whose dad beats his mother. Dad beats her mother. There we go. And there's the legend of the sea serpent. And it's just a girl and her sea serpent. It's cute. The monster that they mention is... Do they give it an actual name? Sometimes they don't. Hold on. They have a little file here. Gloucester Sea Serpent, a.k.a. the Cape Ann Sea Serpent. Along the New England coast. Oldest known sighting 1638, most recent sighting 1833. So that thing is probably dead. next one is Forest Ai, aka Tree Spirit, from the steppes of Mongolia. Most recent sighting 1071 BCE. So again, one of those. Excuse me. So yeah, tree serpentale. The artwork is really, really cool and stylized, and it's an interesting story. It's not really cryptid though. At least not the way I think of cryptid. I don't know. I mean, I'm reading that. All right. Then we have, they liked it so much, Godzilla Here There Be Dragons, that they brought it back. This is called Sons of Giants. Look at that. Isn't that cool? There's so many Godzilla books out now. It's really, really great. Written by Frank Thierry, artwork by Inaki Miranda. We get an old Chinese legend of a sword designed to cut Godzilla. And it's told in a very stylized art form. So, wait, did he do both art forms then? Artwork by Inaki Miranda. Wow, talented fella. Or lady, sorry. So it's about the samurai sword, and there's a league of kaiju followers who all wear masks and robes, and there's like a Godzilla one, and a Gigan one, and I don't know how the Ghidorah one would work. It also manages to weave in the duel that Aaron Burr had, and how they're trying to get him to come into the society, and they explain how the society has always been around. Giant picture of Godzilla, everyone. Thank you. And does it mean he's responsible for the Colosseum being erected? Yep, that's it. All right. And just Godzilla through the ages. Unfortunately, and they're doing it again, is they say next issue, and I'm pretty sure, I know it is actually, that's Hedorah. I said it last episode, or last run, last miniseries, that there's not a pollution level for Hedorah. It wouldn't work. But everybody, myself included, loves Hedorah. So they wrote him in anyways. It just, I don't know. I don't think there's enough. There might be localized in London at this time. Did they give me a date? Let me take a look. Let me see here. They did. Oh, Aaron Burr, whenever that was. You look it up. I'm always looking stuff up. All right. Moon Knight, Vengeance of the Moon Knight, number 6. Part of the ridiculousness known as Blood Hunt. So we have writer Jed MacKay, artist Devmalya Pramanik. And, okay, so the sun is gone. There are vampires everywhere. The Midnight Mission is trying to save everyone. Unfortunately, a lot of people won't listen to a few members of the Midnight Mission because they are indeed vampires. So, and they fight other vampires. 8-Ball's still around, which I like. He's coming up as a character. And they're trying to get everybody to the Midnight Mission because the Midnight Mission will not let vampires in. Except for the ones that Mark Spector says are fine. So, yeah. That's the whole thing, basically. And there's something where the moon came out, so it's not dark anymore. I don't know. I already heard Mark Spector's back in one of the issues of Blood Hunt. How long has he been dead? Month and a half? I don't know. Sonic the Hedgehog Spring Broken. It's a one-shot. Story by Josh Trujillo. Art by Adam Bryce Thomas. And everybody is going to the fair. Did they give a rundown of everybody who's in it? Nope, not this time. For the annual Flower Frolic competition. Except for one of our people brought the best flower and somebody infected it, so they burnt it up, and now they got to find out the mystery. Who would do that? Big the Cat's in it. As bad as that is, this is a fun little one shot where just all the characters are there. It'd be easier to say who isn't there than who is there, and yeah, they're just having a great time at the spring festival. I think I would have liked a different cover, to be honest. I kind of like that one. So, oh well. Ah, well. All right, Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 3. Story by Cullen Bunn, art by Valdemar Rivas. And we have the Power Rangers fighting the Psycho Rangers, who have been given the powers of different kaiju. There's like a Gigan one and a Ghidorah one, and I'd like to tell you the artwork after all this time has grown on me. It is not. Jet Jaguar's in it. Can't go wrong with a Jet Jaguar comic book. So it's a good time. If you remember Power Rangers from the back in the day, then that's a thing. If you just like Godzilla to be in comic books, they do a lot of fun little things with giving people the powers of kaiju. All right, number 3 of Gun Honey Collision Course. Gun Honey is one of my favorite comic books. Writer is Charles Ardai, or Ardai. Artist is Ang Hor King, and it's one of those where we're getting to the end, so the proverbial crap is being thrown at the fan. I do like they run into a nun who trains these women to fight. And they fight naked from the waist up. I imagine that would be a distraction. So these guys, unfortunately, they're with the wrong kind of guys who just would rather shoot the women, basically. And our girl is breaking into the stronghold to get this information. The guy who runs the stronghold, if you kill him, you have 20 seconds and the entire thing becomes a crater. So that's kind of a neat concept where you can't take out the thing out of him that when his life signs go, it triggers the explosion. Kind of neat. I like that. All right, no. What else we got in here? What else we got in here? Here we go. Finally, the 5th issue of Tom Holland's Fright Night. My good friend Neil Vokes drawing some Fright Night, and they are coming to stop Jerry Dandridge's. Oh, sorry. Writer is James Kahoric. Artist is Neil Vokes. They're coming to stop Jerry's sister from bringing him back to life. It is basically a giant fight, and it's of course gorgeous to look at. Neil Vokes knows his stuff, especially when you let him do stuff like this. And all the characters look like they would if they were in the movie, which is kind of nice. Sort of. I mean, there's a little bit of difference. And then there's the big cliffhanger. Will it be continued? Will it not? Will it take a long time to get the next issue? Probably, but it's still fun. It's still a good idea. I like it. Alright, what do we got here? Amazing Spider-Man number 53. Spider-Man spelled Green Goblin. What do you do? Zeb Wells is our writer. Todd Nauck and Ed McGuinness are our pencilers. Todd Nauck and Wayne Von Grawbadger. Props, Wade, for that great name. Grawbadger. Such a great name. So, Norman's up to something. He wants the spear. He's going to make it where Peter inherits all of his stuff when something happens to him. And then Ms. Marvel, Living Brain, Kurt Connors with the OG Doc Ock arms. And my favorite, Wreck Rap, is here. So, spoilers, if you don't want to hear this, this is your chance to get out of Dodge. I don't know if they murdered Wreck Rap or not. I don't think they can, to be honest, from what he is. So, I don't think he's dead. But if he's dead, I'm not a big, huge fan of that whole thing. And we finally get Norman's endgame, although I'm not really sure what it is. I heard recently that this is going to be over soon, this run. The new run that they mentioned, the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man, it sounds awful. So, I might be done with Amazing Spider-Man for a while until I get a different creative team on. Ooh, we're going to save that one. Here we have Daredevil again, because it's been more than 1 week. Saladin Ahmed our writer, Aaron Cutter. We're going to go with Cutter. Cooter sounds wrong. When last we left, Matt Murdock, in his Daredevil costume, he was at the bottom of an elevator shaft. And Elektra had to come and save the day. And, yeah, Bullseye shows up. So, there you go. We got that. We're after Fisk, because Matt knows that the demon has possessed him. And so, yeah, that's it. We'll probably get a conclusion to it next, yeah, probably the next issue. So, we'll see. It looks like they're trying to kill Elektra again. I doubt it. You can't kill that girl. She won't stay dead. Green Lantern number 13, Absolute Power. Ta-da, ta-da. All right, number 13. Let's see. You got something for me? Here we are. Jeremy Adams is our writer. Penciler is Fernando Pasarin. Inker is... Hold on. Oh, Claire Albert. Thought it was DC Lair Albert. Hal has been kidnapped by Amanda Waller. Is this a tie-in? Yeah, the Absolute Power. They're having a thing too with Amanda Waller that we just need to get rid of. We're tired of Amanda Waller stories. I mean, at least I am. So I don't know. I don't buy a lot of DC. So Hal's being tortured by King Shark because they want to know how his ring works. No one can figure out how Hal Jordan's ring works. So, and then meanwhile the other Lanterns are getting together to fight. They even mention, who is it? Alan Scott, OG Green Lantern, who's now Starheart, I guess is his name. So the Justice Society is in on this because it's a tie-in with all the other things. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for the tie-in to be over. Hal Jordan's still kicking butt and taking names and winning when he shouldn't. And then there's a backup story with I guess it's Sinestro. The backup stories on these have been awful. So, but Green Lantern's still pretty good. Here we are, our new number 1. I rarely do this, but I haven't had an X-Men book in so long, it stinks. So here we are, the X-Men. It's just called X-Men, number 1. And our cast of characters are Cyclops, yay. The Beast, yay. Magneto, Psylocke, yay. Kid Omega, I don't like Kid Omega. Temper, I don't know who Temper is. Magic is my favorite X-person. And Juggernaut. Yes, Juggernaut's a good guy. Again, he's got black armor with a big X on it because he's an X-Men. And so apparently Krakoa's gone. The X-Men have been scattered. The X-Men we're interested in have taken over a small town, Merle, Alaska, a Sentinel factory. And they saved the town, I guess. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Scott has taken a team of, well, a lot. Kid Omega, Psylocke, Juggernaut, and Magic. We did find out that Magic and Juggernaut cannot play rock, paper, scissors because, honestly, they both pick rock every time because it's the strongest one. I'm not really sure. Temper looks like she can change temperatures, so I get it. Hank is introducing the local sheriff to what they're doing for the city. They came and saved Wolverine, and it was funny because the lighting for it is all blue. I'll put it up for you. And for a hot minute, I'm like, well, how can the Beast be in 2 places? How could he do that? So that was pretty funny. Did I do the suspects? I didn't. Writer is Jed MacKay. Penciler is Ryan Stegman. inker is J.P. Mayer. And I gotta say, I really like the artwork. It's very stylized. It's busy. Lots of little, instead of like for for example, Cyclops' visor, instead of just being a smooth yellow visor, it's got all these little cracks and crevices and stuff that would happen to, normal things when you're using them. Things get little imperfections in them. So, yep. I was excited to see if I was going to like this book. I was literally going to give it this issue to make it work. No extra, oh, I'll do the first story, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nope, if I don't really, really like what is going on here, then, yeah, I wasn't going to buy the second issue. I was going to just leave it at that. But it had been a while. I hadn't been a X-Mener yet. And Cyclops is doing a really good job. For a while there, they made him a bad guy. And I hated that because Cyclops is my favorite X-Men. Because anybody, when you're a kid and you're wearing glasses, we all wanted to be Cyclops. So you could do the bzzz thing. It would have been awesome. So, it's been 2 weeks, so I'll tell you what. Let me get out my superhero books and my non-superhero books, and we'll see in a 2-week thing who would be the winner. Now, I'm not going to count the Godzilla Power Rangers because Godzilla's in it. That's just how it is. It's my show. Do what I want. Alright, hold on. Wow. A lot of books. This happens when you miss a week and they're busy. The coming week is only supposed to be 4 books. That'll be nice to get a catch up on that. Alright, so. Some of these books I don't read, but I don't take them out of the stack because my wife reads them. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 superhero books. And then just counting the ones that I read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Folks, we have a tie. Oh no. Alright. So, I always tell you, every time I'm on, to go read a comic book. I always go to Fanfare Comics and Cards here in Kalamazoo on Westnedge. They have a special thing. If you pay them $5 a year, you get a 20% discount on all of your books. They'll pull books for you. They'll order books for you that normally don't show up. They take very good care of you. If you don't live around here, of course, that's be kind of a trip. I don't recommend it. Find your local comic book store. Comic book stores are everywhere because they also carry like Magic the Gathering cards and Pokemon cards and things like that. And that helps quite a bit because people still are very, very excited about playing those games, which is great for them. And also for free. You can read them online for free. If you have a local library, they will let you take books out for free. You're going to bring them back, but you can take them back. You can read them over and over. There's also an app for your library. A lot of the libraries, our library does it, where you can read them digitally on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop, on your desktop. There's so many ways to read a comic book. And as I showed you, they're not all people in spandex. You got monsters, you got Godzilla. Godzilla's not a monster. But monsters, all sorts of weird stuff. Sonic the Hedgehog, of all things, up to almost, it's like a big issue run. So there's all sorts of choices that you have out there. So here's our 2-week gigantic stack. Eek. So until next time, go read a comic book.